Okay. Hi, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. So based upon our call, the training we did last week, I did go down to the probate courthouse, Franklin County, here in Columbus, Ohio. I was able to have a brief conversation with the front desk administrator. It was quite a few people there, so I only got to ask a few questions. But one of the questions that I wanted to ask her was how could we obtain records for Franklin County? And she just said like they're literally free of charge. Like we would just go, like if we know of the decedent or someone that passed away, you would just email the administrator. They have a records room and they literally send you all the information.
Hmm.
So I thought that was pretty awesome. She also gave me a little bit of education about transfer on death. She said that the courthouse, they have administrators that actually go to different senior living communities here in Columbus to help senior citizens learn how to avoid probate. So
Yeah.
I didn't get to ask her, but I was hoping to maybe ask her if I could tag along, but I'm going to call to see if I would be able to tag along with that because I actually have my SRES and CAPS designation.
Hmm.
So that was good. She gave me her business card. She gave me a website that I needed to learn more about the probate process and how to email like the form of how it should be structured when I send an email requesting for a case.
Yeah.
And also a few, well, some paperwork. But it all in all, I was talking to her maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and it was a good conversation. I did ask her if I could go in and sit at the probate to listen to a couple hearings, and Franklin County have actually moved all their probate hearings online with to Zoom. So
Yeah.
that's not even an option really anymore. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it was a good call. It was good.
I've seen that in a couple of cases where the hearings are on Zoom. So that happens. If they're private, they're not gonna necessarily want you in, but that is really good. I'm curious how you opened the conversation. So how did you end up getting her to be so forthcoming with you?
So I just
Present
introduced
yourself.
myself. I didn't introduce myself as a realtor. I did tell her that I was coming in from my business name is 360 Homes, and I was called just coming in to drop in. You drop in just to ask a few questions to learn about the probate process, and
Hmm.
she took the time to answer. And later on, I would say a few minutes later in the conversation, I did announce that I was a realtor, and she
Yeah.
said that that's good because there are um she that's when we went to the senior living and saying that they go out to the different communities. So it was all us really a good conversation. I did ask about attorneys. How do I network with attorneys? And she said that that will probably be a hard one, but just taking cue from what you've taught, Bruce, I do have an idea of how I want to start researching and looking for attorneys to call. So
Sure.
it
Yep.
was it was
I love
good.
it. Well, good job. Good job. I think that that's an amazing step. I've had several people who've come back and reported that they had a little bit of trouble at the clerk's office. And so that's why I asked how you approached the conversation. I think that that's perfect. So for anyone that's thinking about doing this, take a cue from what Frankie did, how she opened the dialogue. Um, Generally, what I do if I'm going to the courthouse is, hey, I may mention being in the real estate space, and I've had a handful of clients recently that needed to file probate. I've been putting this off. I always tell a story. If I'm approaching an attorney, I tell a little bit of a story. If I'm approaching a clerk or a judge or something like that, I tell a little bit of a story. So normally my story is something along the lines of I had a handful of clients that have been needed to start the probate process, and I've mentioned or been meaning to come down here and kind of understand the process a little bit myself so that I could help a little bit more the next time it happens. And clerks love that. If you go in and go, hey, I'm a probate expert and I want to come in here and see if I can get the names of all the people that have filed probate, while that's legal and they can't really hold you out of the records, it may not sit right with one clerk or another, and they might give you some resistance. So the way that Frankie did it is just really good. Kudos, Frankie. Thank you so much for going down there and sharing the story.